Let's be honest for a second. You keep saying you're nonchalant, but your reactions tell the opposite. You overthink everything, you care too much, you wait for texts, you get triggered by the smallest things, and then you call it acting cold. No, girl, that's not nonchalant. Real nonchalance is when you finally stop performing for people who don't value you. It's when you stop chasing, stop explaining, stop begging to be understood, and start moving like a woman who knows her worth. So let's talk about how to actually be nonchalant, not pretend. Become it.
Fuck being mysterious, yeah? I want to be a chill girl. I want to be a nonchalant babe. I'm done with overthinking. Guys.
I think as women, the worst thing we have is this idea of scarcity mindset, whereas men have this idea of plenitude. Men not think that you are going to be like the last good woman they're ever going to meet. And know they can go to the club, they can pick up some girl, and she's probably going to start folding his laundry and feeding him within a week. Being nonchalant puts you at an advantage. I know that if I want to actually get to know someone and not romanticize this idea of them and fall in love with their potential, I have to date several people at one time, because then that way I literally cannot physically prioritize you. This is why you will notice that men end up on top most of the time, because they've taken a really long time to finally settle down with somebody. If you draw back your energy, you'll realize how much oftentimes the ideas that you've created in your head are false, and this person's not even as great as you thought they were. Not to say that you have to be nonchalant forever. If they're not texting you, don't text them. If they're not asking you to go out, don't ask to go out. If you feel like that's just not the person that you are, then you need to go look specifically for someone who is exactly like you. Otherwise, you are setting yourself up for disaster.
This is the part nobody wants to admit. Most of the chemistry you felt was just your imagination doing the heavy lifting. Once you pull your energy back, you stop confusing attention with connection, and that's when the truth finally hits.
The goal here really is confidence. It is really all about confidence and the way you view yourself. I don't care if he is with Rihanna. The sun rises and sets on you. Nobody can do what you do the way you do it, even if they're doing the exact same thing. Knowing how worthy you are, knowing how much you bring to the table is your power. The moment you lose your self-worth is the moment you lose the game. You are the main character. If they lose you, that is their loss.
Confidence isn't about who he chooses. It's about who you already are. When you finally see your own value, nobody becomes competition.
You really just have to know your worth. You can never forget who the flip you are. Don't forget who you are. The thing about me is I do not need anyone to validate my value. I do not need anyone to make me feel like I am enough. I know that I am enough. I think we get so caught up in needing that other person to validate us that we stop seeing ourselves. And that's the thing about me. You have to keep your own internal sunshine. You have to keep watering yourself even when you are in a relationship or talking to somebody. And you never allow them to forget who you are. You will be replaced out here. I will thank you next you. Do not play with me. Do not play with me. You really have to have that energy. And if you don't feel that way about yourself, then that means we have some things to work on. We start fixing whatever it is that you don't like about yourself, so you have the confidence to move out here the way you need to move out here.
The day you stop needing validation is the day you stop being replaceable, because confidence makes you unforgettable.
What if we all started acting how we do around the guys that we don't like and started acting like that around the guys that we do like? I don't know if it's like near impossible, but if you think about it, like your guy friends or a guy that you're like dating and you don't really like him that much, they always seem to just like fall in love with you. Also, you don't ever think too much into like how you're acting. You're just being yourself because you're like, I don't even like this dude, so like I really don't care how I act.
The gag is, the moment you like someone, you start auditioning for a role you already had. Stop performing. Stay in your power. That's why the guys you don't want love you.
Text back sporadically. This literally makes somebody addicted to you because they never know when they're going to get that response back. So they're going to be waiting by their phone for your text back. It naturally happens when you have a well-rounded life. That's why the more you fill up your own cup and you focus on yourself, the more he's going to chase after you. Cognitive dissonance. The more we have to work to obtain something, the higher we assume its value must be. That means you set the bar on your self-worth to a man. So if he doesn't text you back, he doesn't follow up after a date, okay, noted. In this way, it's so easy to act unbothered because once you've detached, you let him prove himself to you. You do not compete with anybody. Remember, when you compete with no one competes with you. You know your worth. It's up here, babe. And if he doesn't act right, then it's his loss, period. Date multiple men. If you and this man are not exclusive, then you are free to entertain all the options on your table. You'll get an idea what the actual dating pool is like for you. And two, you're going to be able to kick all the loser guys who aren't treating you well to the curb because you'll have men up here who are treating you well. You guys have to get over this nice girl complex where you feel guilty for dating multiple men at one time. Believe me, I live in New York City. Men do not feel slightly bad about entertaining so many women. When you want to control every situation and the outcome of it, that's masculine energy and it literally repels men. You always win. That's the unbothered mantra. If this guy doesn't treat you right, another guy will.
When your life is full, your energy becomes rare, and people chase what feels rare. The second you stop centering a man, he starts centering you. And dating multiple men isn't playing games. It's reminding yourself you're the prize. So you never beg a man who wouldn't even beg for you.
You are nonchalant. You are no longer trying to control an outcome with a guy. You literally create an irresistible pull towards yourself. When you remain detached from where it goes in a relationship with a guy, you subtly shift the power dynamic to being in control of the outcome. That the more uncertain you are about this guy, the more intrigued he gets about you. He's like, why doesn't she care? It shows confidence. Like, you know, he's replaceable. You could get any guy. Like, you're that bitch. And it makes him continually work harder to get you.
Men are only confident when they think you need them. The moment you move like he's replaceable, he suddenly remembers your value. Nonchalance isn't a tactic. It's a reminder that he's lucky to even be in your orbit.
These types of women, they have men losing their minds, not because they play hard to get, but because of the way they move. Their calm confidence is the one thing you can't fake and the one thing that men cannot forget. You don't chase, you don't beg, and you don't over-explain. You know when something feels off, and instead of forcing it, you fall back. Master the pullback. You don't announce when you're done, you just move differently. You stop showing up with the same energy, you stop initiating, and you let the silence do the talk. Chase attention. You're busy pouring into yourself, your goals, your peace, and your life. You're not blocking and unblocking. You're not triple texting. You've already built a life that feels full without anyone in it.
You don't have to play hard to get. You are hard to get because your life is already full. And when a woman with options goes quiet, it's not a game. It's a consequence.
These types of females typically get a lot of guys, but sometimes it can be a little iffy. Some of you are nonchalant and you don't even know it. 1. If you move on fast. 2. If you do the compass clue method.
Here is a definition of the compass clue meanings, but the compass clue is when you are dating a guy or you're into a guy and you're curious as to how much he's into you. Well, the compass clue allows you to see how much of a level he is on in terms of liking you. Because when you really like someone, you will be speaking in a group of people and perhaps your body will be pointing in the direction of the person that you like. There will be prolonged eye contact and always a closer proximity. So even if you're not even dating at this point, if you just go out to spaces with your friends and you always find that guy around your space, that's the compass clue. When you are having a conversation, whether that be in person or on text, there will be a lot of mirroring. So if he likes you, he will mirror you, whether that's copying the emojis back that you sent to him, or whether that's being in person and you're standing in a certain way, and then he mimics that same way that you're standing and he reflects it back to you. He feels so comfortable with you and he likes you, and then he just becomes in sync with you. It's almost enhancing your limbic resonance.
Any girl who does the compass clue method is a nonchalant female.
Stop letting words confuse you and you follow the clues. Consistency, effort, energy, and how he actually shows up. His actions point north or south like a compass. Toward you if he wants you, away from you if he doesn't. Once you use this method, you stop guessing his intentions and start responding to the truth.
Girls that just don't care about guys. If a girl doesn't care about guys and just focuses on herself, I'm telling you, she is going to be the most nonchalant female ever. It's crazy.
You need to practice being unbothered. The reason why you are stuck in this cycle of more annoying circumstances, more frustrations, more things that you don't want to experience in your life is because you're always reacting. So think about it when you wake up. What is your temperament? How are you going throughout your day? Are you just reactive to every little thing, short fuse? Everything's frustrating you. Constantly control your reactions. Stop giving so much fucks. It ain't that deep. Relax. Calm yourself when you feel like you're going to react to someone over something trivial. Calm yourself and be like, is there any need for this? Do I really need to react to this? No, probably not.
Ladies who put their career over men are the most nonchalant women in the whole world. They will get rid of you and drop you as soon as they hint that you are affecting their future, their career goals, or anything got to do with their work prospect. If you don't benefit, you don't help them to get to another, all they care about is getting to another. They will even relocate they don't even care. You can think you're deep in with them. All this time, yeah, they're deep in with you, but bro, if you come in between them and their ambition, dropped.
This is the truth nobody admits. When a woman finally puts her goals above a man, her whole energy changes. She stops reacting, stops chasing, stops crying over bare minimum effort, because she's finally building something real for herself. That's why ambitious women seem nonchalant. It's not an act, it's alignment. Once she realizes a man can't compete with her future, she drops him like a bad habit. If you're on your villain-heeled era, your quiet confidence is your power. Stay focused, stay unbothered, and keep choosing yourself every single day. More videos coming. Stay tuned.